So he stops yelling at me just long enough to take a breath, and I interject. I'm like, hey man, you're not allowed to talk to us that way. We're going to have to actually leave. We have the right to refuse service. You're no longer welcome in this store. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm a judge. You can't kick me out of here. I'm like, no, I absolutely can't. Yeah, it's written on the door. We have the right to refuse service for anyone. You've been yelling at us for the past half hour. I've been more than gracious enough. I probably should have kicked you out 15 minutes ago, but I wanted to see if I could fix your problem. I've realized that you're not going to stop berating us, so I am unable to fix your problem anymore. Have a good day. You can call customer service. It's him and his wife, and they're not super old, but they're sitting at the desk. The wife gets up and starts to leave. He pulls her by her arm back down in her chair, and he looks at her and he's like, we're not leaving. And I look at him, I'm like, hey man, this is going to be really embarrassing if I have to call the cops on you, because they all are going to know who you are if you're actually a judge. And I watched all the blood rush to his face, and he looked at me and he's like, you cannot call them. The finger wag and everything. Trying to be real intimidating. And maybe that would have worked better if we were like even, but I sit above people, so I was like a foot taller than them, and it looked like a kid pointing at their parent. And I looked at him like, hey man, you got a minute and a half before I call these people. I'm not dealing with it anymore. I'm over it. And he looks at me again. He's like, what do you think gives you the right? And I cut him off mid-sentence, and I will never be able to say this again with a straight face. But I looked at him and I was like, this is my courtroom, pal, and you're done. And his wife lost it. She started giggling. She couldn't hold it back. I don't know if you've ever seen a man emasculated to the degree in which his wife is laughing at him in public, but it may have been the greatest thing I've ever witnessed in my entire life. There was no coming back from that, so he stands up, he rips his jacket off the back of the chair and storms out. He hits the door closes behind him. His wife is still in the chair giggling. She looks at me, she's like, I'm so sorry for all of that. That's why we're getting a divorce. I lost it, I died. I started laughing so unbelievably hard. The only thing that made it better is that I made eye contact with that guy outside the window while I was laughing at him. If I ever get arrested, I'm going to jail.